Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome live on stage the man himself. It's Double Johnson.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, that is actually a recorded version of that now. So I got that as a recorded version. Instead of me going, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome live on stage. Instead of me trying to create a different voice, it's a bit easier for me. Welcome those who have tuned in. Thank you very much for joining. This is Dazzer's Transfer Show, episode number 8. So thank you all very, very much for tuning in. Welcome to Nick Muller, who came in first of all. We were supposed to go live at 7:30. Video output low. Oh, for God's sake. Now what's it doing? Second. Video output low. Let me have a look here. What's happening here? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Mute that. I've had a couple of technical issues going into this stream. So I've had tons of issues. Supposed to go live at 7:30. We ended up having to go live at 22 because we've had a couple of technical issues with pretzels, with OBS and stuff, and the connection. Because we're currently using a connection extender now, so we're using something different. Welcome to RB Comms. Please welcome your host. It's Double Johnson. Liam Martin for you, so I am there. Thank you very much for joining. We're going to finish the show at 8:25. The transfers finish at 20 past, but we have a lot to get through today. A lot of Manchester United transfer news. Not so much Middlesbrough, not so much Bayern. Obviously, Lucas Hernandez and Pavard were both introduced at Bayern Munich today and yesterday. Show was supposed to be yesterday. Of course, we had to reschedule it, obviously. Griezmann to Barcelona possibly confirmed. We'll see that in a minute. Peter Crouch, has he announced his retirement? And all sorts coming up. Neymar, will he go to Barcelona or Real Madrid? A lot of stuff to come up today. But what would Dazzer Transfer Show be without a guest? We're joined by a young lad who I know quite well. I've known him for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, from, if I can get the right thing on, from Stockton-on-Tees in Teesside, from the YouTube channel, which is in the description, Vlogger FC, it's Miles Lack.
Hello.
Speak up a bit. Anyway, Miles Lack is obviously our guest today. Known each other for, I wouldn't say we've known each other that long.
No.
But welcome anyway, thanks for joining me. RB Combs put his work and fine for me, delict to Juventus. I was told that had actually gone off. Because I know he was linked with Barcelona, that didn't happen. He was linked to Juventus, I'm sure that's still not ahead. Linked to Manchester United ain't happening. I don't know now. I'm lost. Got loads of stuff to get through anyway. The link to Juventus, I'll admit, I don't think he'll join Juventus. I think he'll stay where he is at Ajax. Scotty B got an Arband Hersheyville comment. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Please do leave a like if you haven't already done so. Very much appreciated. The link to Miles' channel is in the description. An agreement's been reached between the two teams. First I've heard of that. I mean, I've looked on Sky Sports for everything and I haven't seen anything about Delict. So, as to that be announced more. Okay, that'll be that's actually a good sign for Juventus. But will he flop? Because it's a different league. It's a different ball game in this we had in this year, so just have to see how it goes. Can't judge him till we actually get into it. So, well, till he actually gets used to it. Okay. Also for Scotty B, Norwich did sign Ralph Farman, which I was incredibly surprised about. I was surprised he left Schalke 04, to be honest, and a very good signing for Norwich City. Will he be the number one keeper ahead of Tim Krul? Most likely. So, let's get on to business. First of all, Antoine Griezmann has signed for Barcelona. Yeah, Nick Muller, it was going to be 8 when I'd rescheduled it again. It was going to be 8, but then I managed to be able to actually get it live, so we got it live now. So, Antoine Griezmann to Barcelona. It was confirmed earlier on today, and it's a 120 million deal on a 5-year deal. So, quite a good signing for Barcelona, and he's got a lot of experience in the La Liga. He's a fantastic player. It did say, what did it say here? Well, it said it was official that he joined when I looked earlier. Let's have a look here. Just check to make sure, because I don't want to end up with the wrong information. He did say he signed. Get back down here. Happy we got Wealthy, yeah. Atletico signed Saponovic. Blah, 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 blah. Let me get back down here to what? Yeah. Barcelona, that's not been confirmed, but Barcelona are expected to announce the signing of Antoine Griezmann on Friday, and I swear it had actually been confirmed. I can't find it at the minute. If it hasn't been confirmed, it's definitely it's going to happen. And Griezmann, he's got a lot of talent in him. He's one of the most talented players in the La Liga. And they said Bundesliga. But he's one of those players that you can depend on, especially in the big games. Will he get a start ahead of Luis Suarez? I highly doubt it. Liga Champions finally triggered a France international's 107 million release clause, opening the door for his Atletico Madrid exit. I think the reason why Antoine Griezmann's why 107 million's going to Barcelona, Barcelona actually paying 107 million release clause, is because Atletico Madrid have just paid 113 million for João Felix. Miles, first bit of action for you now. I mean, you've been on 8 minutes and we still haven't got anywhere. So, Antoine Griezmann, fantastic player to Atletico Madrid. Do you think he has the quality to do well at Barcelona?
Now you see, obviously he's definitely a good player. But obviously since last season, I'm going off topic just a little bit here. But since Ronaldo's left Real Madrid, then they've been struggling. And I do feel like Real Madrid have missed a trick in the book, and really they should be the one that was chasing after Griezmann. But I feel like if he does have the right attitude at Barcelona, and then he can show up at a lot of the games and score goals, then he could possibly start getting starts over Suarez. So I do feel like he could go out and get starts over Suarez.
Fair enough. It's got to be it's crazy money, but these clubs have crazy money. Nick Mills put, I can't hear him. Well, I've just turned on the sound and I can hear him. I don't know. What I'll do is I'll stick the speaker into the phone, and then you might be able to hear him better. I could hear him on the. Okay, that should be better now. Right. You should be able to hear him now when he next speaks. Yeah, it's a fair point. You obviously included Ronaldo, leaving him in Madrid, going to Juventus and stuff, and that could be the case. It could be the case with Atletico Madrid. They'll struggle without Griezmann, but Griezmann won't struggle at Barcelona because Griezmann has the experience. He's playing La Liga football, and he's got a lot of experience in it. So I think I'd be surprised if he was a flop at Barcelona. Do you think he's going to get a start ahead of Luis Suarez, though?
No.
Oof, God, that is loud.
This is right. So, if he puts in effort, then I feel like this pre-season, with Barcelona, is big. I know there's not that long left, but this is big for him because if he starts racking up goals and playing well, then he could really start getting those starts at the start of the season. Barcelona gambling a bit, and then he gets starts over Suarez from showing how good he is because he's very technical.
Yeah, I can hear you fine on that. I've literally just
So I feel like he could.
Yeah, good. Carry on, mate. Don't know what you're saying.
So yeah, I feel like he could get starts over Suarez. Obviously, Suarez now it's a big because he hasn't really had any competition since he's joined. So I feel like this will give him a kick up the backside, and I feel like this is really going to push them.
Fair enough. Just to put a message out, there is 4 people left on the wheel, and these are the names that are left on the wheel. Rashford Jawara, United 2, Dan from Football Fan Fever, and Jack from the Football Hub. Oh, I've got it down here as the All Man Podcast. If you don't believe me, Jack, I'll send you a screenshot of it. I'll literally just send you a screenshot on Insta. It is true, you are still on it. See you on next week anyway. Just to let you know, this week is this week is quite it's quite a special episode. This is the episode before my 17th birthday, which is on Tuesday. So we got my birthday on Tuesday. We then have the transfer show next Thursday if agreements happen. No, what happened? Right. And yeah. So I turn 17 next week, so it's going to be a bit of a special week for me. How long are you streaming for? We're streaming till 25 past 8. So it was a 40-minute show. And then obviously the last 5 minutes is doing all the final thoughts and crap. And the wheel, obviously. Nick Muller says, why spend so much on one player? I don't get it. It's modern football for you. The money these days is too high. Hence why I did the ruining modern football debate. That's why I did it. You want to watch EastEnders? Nah. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, quite a lot of money for Griezmann, but I think it could be worth it for Barcelona. I don't think he'll get a start ahead of Suarez, though. I mean, occasionally he will, but I don't think he'll get a start ahead of Suarez every single time, unless Barcelona decide to go for formation. I've used quite a bit on FIFA. I'm comparing FIFA to real life here. But if it was me, and this would sound weird, if I was a Barcelona manager at the minute with Suarez and Griezmann as 2 strikers, I'd be playing a 4-2-4. Now, this will sound very curious. I'd continue the back 4 of Piqué, Umtiti, Sergio Roberto, and Jordi Alba. I'd keep Ter Stegen in goal. I'd put a midfield 2 of Sergio Busquets and Rakitic. And then I'd put a front 4 of Messi right wing, Coutinho left wing, Griezmann and Suarez as the two strikers, which I think be a good attacking one, but would mean that Barcelona probably wouldn't win the midfield battles a lot. So, it'd be quite a battle for them if they did play that. And I'm also not forgetting that Neymar could be joining Barcelona as well, as I'll get to that in a bit. Something else that came through breaking news today is former England striker Peter Crouch announced his retirement today from football at the age of 38. He put on his Twitter, "After a lot of deliberation this summer, I've decided to retire from football. Our wonderful game has given me everything. I'm so thankful to everyone who helped me get there and to help me stay there for so long." He's been in football for a hell of amount of years. A lot of years. And Peter Crouch, his form's dropped. I'm going to read you the apps and goals statistics for his senior career and his England career. So in the England career, the under-21s in 2002-2003, he scored 1 goal in 6 appearances. 2006 he played for the England B team, which didn't get a goal in 1 appearance. 2005-2010 he played for England's normal team, got 22 goals in 42. For his senior career, Tottenham Hotspurs was where he started in 1998, got no goals there, he didn't even get a start. 2000 he went on loan to Dulwich Hamlet and got 1 goal from 6 matches. He then went on loan again to IFK Hasselholm, which I believe is in Sweden. Got 3 goals in 8 appearances. 2002, after he was on loan at Hasselholm, he went to Queen's Park Rangers, scoring 10 goals in 42 appearances. He then moved on to Portsmouth, scoring 18 goals in 37. Aston Villa, 37 appearances, scored 6 goals. He then went to Norwich City on loan in 2003, scoring 4 goals in 15 appearances. 2004-2005, he was at Southampton, scoring 12 goals in 27. Liverpool, he was there for about 3 seasons, scored 22 goals in 85 appearances. Portsmouth again, he went to in 2008-2009, scoring 11 goals in 38 games. Then he went back to Spurs, where he originally started his career, scoring 12 goals in 73 appearances, and then he spent from 2011 to 2019 at Stoke, scoring 46 goals in 225 appearances. Not the greatest of stats for a striker. And then he went to Burnley and didn't get a single goal in his 6 appearances. I think as he was getting older, he was getting more worse at football. And Stoke, I mean, he didn't do too bad, but you'd expect him to score a lot more goals than being a striker. Ian Robben is a right mid and scored more goals than him. Not good for a striker, but I think at the end of the day, I think he's retired at the right time. Peter has a crazy career, says Scotty B, yeah. Nick Muller thought he'd already retired. Now he's already confirmed his retirement this year. Were you at all surprised by Peter Crouch retiring, Miles?
Well, it was a bit out of the blue, but to be honest, I feel a bit sorry for Burnley because obviously they got a swap deal, but they haven't got anything out of the swap deal, really. So, but yeah, it is quite sad because obviously he is like a football legend, and hopefully we can see him in some sort of coaching in the future.
Yep, fair enough. That's one thing that does happen with footballers who do retire. Whether that's going to be the same case with Ian Robben. Because people might... Oh no, what's happened here? Hold on a sec. I've known it where players go into managerial careers, and Lampard's one of them, Gerrard's one of them. Will Robben do that? And will Peter Crouch do that? I wouldn't be at all surprised if they did. It keeps them in the foot. It keeps them, doing football and stuff. And, they love their football. And it is always hard for someone who's played football for a hell of a amount of years to retire and never play football again. So, I mean, he hasn't had a bad career. His stats aren't great. But like Nick Muller said there, I think that could happen. He could end up on Match of the Day. I think he could end up being a pundit. I don't think he'll go into a managerial career. I think he'll go straight into being a football pundit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be that surprised if he did. But I'll say, I mean, only time will tell. We can't really say what he's going to do. It's up to him. We don't know what he's going to do. Anyways, so we talked about Crouch having a bit of a topsy-turvy career. He's had a crazy career, going back to clubs that he's actually played for ages ago. And didn't have a bad record with England either. He scored 22 goals in 42 games, which is all right for a striker. It's not Jamie Vardy, though. Or not Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy. Who got the golden? Harry Kane. Harry Kane. That's it. That's what it is. Scotty B says Norwich will end up on Match of the Day next season. Cannot wait, Nick. You'll still be on quest. Enough of the rivalry, lads. I've already said that. So don't like the rivalry stuff in the chat, because it ends up turning into arguments. Anyways, on to the next one. Now, yesterday, Lukaku missed Manchester United's training session in Perth. And then today, he went back to training. Inter Milan are currently on the quest to sign him. They are still determined to sign him, although I remember before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said he wants Lukaku to stay for another year. However, United are only willing to accept 75 million, which, would you believe, is the price United actually bought Lukaku from Everton for. It was 75 million from Everton. Where things are going, Inter Milan could be in for him for the same price. So, if he does go, I don't think he'll really be missed, because after time, he's practically a donkey. He's awful. He's not very good at all. I mean, he scored occasionally, but the stats he had last season, he didn't score many goals. Pogba scored more goals than him, and he's a centre mid. And most of Pogba's goals last season were penalties. So you can tell it wasn't a good season for the strikers. You know when it's not a good season for your forwards, when your midfielders get the goals and become the top scorer. Pogba wasn't actually... He was all right, but he wasn't fantastic. Lukaku would not be missed, but the issue is, who would United bring in place of him? I don't think we're really linked with any strikers so far. We have Daniel James, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. There's... Who else have they been linked with? There's Sean Longstaff guy, who I haven't got a clue who he is. I know he plays for Newcastle, but no idea who he is. Apart from he's one of the best youth players according to Newcastle fans. James Norwood, we score tons. Yeah. Where do you think Manchester United will finish next season? 5th. I forgot to mention, Miles is also a ball fan, but he also supports, dare I say, one of my biggest enemies. I wouldn't say enemies, but one of my biggest rivals, and that's no disrespect to anyone, but Liverpool. Bo a Liverpool fan, Bo a United Bayern fan. I'm watching Mask United as well occasionally. Danny McCarr supports Bo Man City. My other mate supports Bo Spurs and Dortmund. One of my other mates supports Bo Chelsea and one of my mates supports about 18 teams. He doesn't even support them, he just follows them. He says he supports them. Higher than a certain team, higher than Chelsea and Arsenal. Well, yeah, the current European Championship for the 6th time. Lukaku did absolutely awful against Liverpool. And I'll admit, Salah didn't do much great against us either. Because he still can't score. Do you think United would struggle without Lukaku? I mean, obviously being an opposing fan, but...
I feel like obviously when they bought him, they were looking for that spark up front, and I feel like they didn't really get what they were looking for. Obviously, he wasn't like the worst of the worst. Obviously, he could score when he wanted to. But I do feel like that this is a good opportunity for obviously Solskjaer because he wanted to bring in young players, and I feel like they already have Rashford. And if they sell Lukaku, who, to be fair, is getting on a bit, then this could be their breakthrough.
The one thing that people have to remember about United is United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is mainly looking into the youth. Now, whether that means we're going to see the likes of Greenwood playing up front, Tahith Chong, he's rebuilding the squad around the youth, and I think some of the old players like Lukaku, who's crap, Phil Jones, who shouldn't even have been at United in the first place. Ashley Young, who's just crap. Nemanja Matic, who's as fast as a snail on roller skates. They can all sod off. But United won't sell them. They're giving people just, for some daft reason, they're giving them contracts and stuff. Coming up here, we got a couple of messages. Fergie United, thanks so much for joining. Joe, thanks for joining. With Maguire in our side next season, our defence will be as strong as Popeye's biceps after he's eaten spinach. I haven't got a clue what you're on about. But okay. Yeah, I don't understand the last bit, but okay. Quite funny, mind. With Maguire in our side next season, our defence will be strong, yeah. It will be a lot stronger, but that's if Maguire even signs for United, because he's currently linked with Man City. Not you, Nick Dazzer's friends I'm on about. It's my mate Town supports about 18 teams, and I get told I'm a glorious supporter for supporting free. I mean, I suppose you look, Borough don't win the league, United don't win the league, Bayern do. I'm not the only Bayern fan in Middlesbrough. There's a lot of people I know there's a lot of people I've seen in Middlesbrough with Bayern Munich shirts on. Not easy to come across. But anyways, excluding that. So, Lukaku, I hope will go, but I highly doubt he will, considering Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still wants to keep him. We do need to get rid of the Deadwood, though. And well, Fergie United put there with Maguire in our squad next season would be good. But we have to sign him first of all, and I think Leicester are looking at 70 million around that. So why did your friend support so many teams was my question. I don't know. He says he just does what he likes. So I don't get a clue. Next stuff anyway. Not off the United topic at the minute. What the hell was that? Not off the United topic at the minute. What was the next thing about United? Lemina to United. 2 words, no thanks. Don't want him. I've looked at his stats. 1 goal, and that was the belter against United at Old Trafford, Southampton. Don't want Lemina. His stats aren't great, and he's a centre mid with 1 goal. 27 appearances, which isn't good. I mean, he's all right on the ball, but after time he can't do much with it. So that wouldn't be much use for United. So I don't want Lemina. Thank you very much. Manchester United have planned a 72 million bid for Sergei Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio. However, the Lazio president Claudio Latito, I believe that's how you pronounce it, wants 90 million. Do you think 90 million is a bit high for Milinkovic-Savic?
Definitely.
I mean, he's quite a decent player. But at the same time, he clearly isn't worth that much, though. I mean, no centre mid's worth that much in my eyes. I mean, Pogba is a centre mid, cost United 85 million, 90 million, something like that. I'm trying to think, I think it was 85 million. I might be wrong, I can't quite remember now. It was ages ago when I signed Pogba. And Milinkovic-Savic is 24. Still got a lot in him. He's a fantastic player in the Serie A. 90 million from the... Well, that's the price that the president wants. I'd take it, but I don't think he's worth 90 million, in my opinion. I think he's worth about 70, 80 at the most. So, I think 90 is a bit high, but I think it is doable for United. And he is, he's still in his youth years, practically. I say youth years. He's still in his nearly mid-20s. So, he's still got a lot in him. He's still got enough time to show what he's made of. And will he do well at United? It is questionable because he does well in the Serie A for Lazio. Does he have what it takes for the Premier League? It's a totally different ball game. I think he's got what it takes. But I'm not sure whether he would suit United's style of play. That's the main concern. What are your thoughts on Milinkovic-Savic?
Well, obviously, I don't know a great deal about him. But I do feel like 90, I agree, it's a bit steep. I feel like if he did go to United, then it would have to be a certain style of play for him to fit in. And hopefully he does go, and that's coming from a Liverpool fan, because I do rate him. And let's just hope that obviously they can agree a fee.
Yeah. Wait a second. I've just put in there because Scotty B's asked why am I wearing sunglasses indoors. This lamp here, and if I take my glasses off, oh crikey, yeah. Oh. Practically blind yourself if you it's that bright. It's very bright. Well, for me it is. That's why I'm wearing my sunglasses, because otherwise I'll end up blinding myself with a lamp, and it is quite bright. David, thank you very much for joining the stream. Thank you very much. I understand, I thought there was something wrong with your eyes. Apart from, I've got bad eyesight. David's put Bodvardson's been sold to Millwall. Oops. Not a good thing for the Royals then. United 2, thanks for joining the stream. Sorry I'm late, no worries. We have 5 minutes left of the transfers. We haven't actually got through that many because we've been trying to talk in detail about Peter Crouch's career, Griezmann, and all that jazz. Milinkovic-Savic, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's worth 90 million. But do you think he'd suit United's style of play?
No, it's a tough one because it also, if you think about it, it depends on, obviously he's going for the youth, but it also depends on if he does sign anyone. Because if he gets Savic and then Savic fits a certain suit of play, which they're going to play, but then another player comes in and then they decide, because they have, say, a certain number of those players, then this position would fit better, and that might not fit Savic. So if I was Savic, then I would, obviously, if I went to go and discuss negotiations, I would probably want to see the style of play and how the manager would want him to play and etc.
The reason I ask is because there's been a lot of times where United have signed players who've done well for their clubs, and then they join United and fall apart. And that's down to the style of play. So, just want, fair point made. Just wanted to get your points on that, see whether he'd suit. Obviously, you've been a Liverpool fan. A bit different. I don't think Liverpool. I know you're currently closely monitoring Coutinho because he wants to go to the Premier League. Given his situation at Barcelona, but does that mean Barcelona will replace him with Neymar, like it was originally? Norwich have landed in Germany today for our pre-season. Where is your team in pre-season? Probably England. Well, ours is in England. Was in Austria for about a day. United's in Perth. Bayern I think Bina travelling to America. No, that was last year. I can't remember now. I don't know where Bina. I know Bina Company in Germany still. They have the Audi Cup this season as well. So, we've talked about Milinkovic-Savic. Who else have we not talked about? Maguire, I've already said, he's currently still very much alive, but he was obviously linked with Man City at the same time. United 2, Diego Costa to Everton or West Ham. I think he would suit West Ham's style of play a bit better, in my opinion. I mean, doesn't matter which club he goes to, I think he'll do well at either of them. Because he's Premier League proven, he's got Premier League experience, and he knows it like the back of his hand. And he wasn't actually that brilliant at Atletico Madrid. Nick Muller, do you have a non-league team you are fond of? Well, Manchester United. Sometimes keep up to date with some of the local teams. Mainly local teams and obviously Mask. Yeah, I go to the Mask games anyway sometimes, so when I get the chance. But Ipswich Scotty doing a chew over there. Fair enough. Okay. This will be the final transfer I think we'll probably get through. Liverpool closely monitoring Coutinho with his situation at Barcelona because Coutinho wants to go back to the Premier League. And if he goes back to Liverpool, what does that mean to Liverpool? Actually, yeah, I think I'll ask you that. If Coutinho does go back to Liverpool, what does that mean for Sadio Mane?
Now, the thing is, obviously, if he does go back to Liverpool, then he does have a bit to do to get Liverpool fans back on his side. Because I don't feel the way that he went wasn't 100% respectful. But I feel like he does have competition against Sadio Mane, because obviously Sadio Mane's had an amazing season. If I'm honest, at this moment in time, I would prefer Sadio Mane over Philip Coutinho. I just feel like, because obviously they do have new players and Mane's part of that and he's adapted to that, but
yeah,
it would be a bit of a risk for Philip Coutinho to try and adapt to that new style of play. So it would be a bit of a risk in my eyes, and I don't feel like he should come back to Liverpool.
Fair enough. I mean, he did well at Liverpool in the first place. Got a couple of belters. Salah's on the same. Salah, I'd say, is probably on the same quality. I mean, when Coutinho was there, I mean, did you still have Firmino when Coutinho was there? I think you did, but I think it was originally Coutinho, Suarez, and who was right when? It wasn't Salah. Oh, it used to be Coutinho, I think Suarez, and then probably Raheem Sterling or something. I can't remember what the front three was for Liverpool then. Going back quite a while, so yeah, I don't have a great memory going back then. So, I've got about 2 minutes left. So you don't want to see him back at Liverpool, and that's probably because of Sadio Mane. Because I know Sadio Mane's had a fantastic season, and I mean, I think it'd be the end for Sadio Mane if Coutinho came back. But I think at the same time, it'd be actually good for Sadio Mane, because Sadio Mane would then know that he's in a bit of a competitive battle for first team starts. So it'd make him work a lot harder. But I think, I think he made a fair point. I think Coutinho would probably, I mean, he did okay. He's done okay at Barcelona. got beat by his former team in the semi-finals, which I still can't get over. But I still can't get over the fact you did it. No. I mean, I wasn't doing it in a bad way. I was gobsmacked. I didn't know how on earth Liverpool managed to do that. But that's in the past now. And you have a Super Cup against Chelsea coming up. Soon, start of August normally.
Just quickly, as well, Liverpool, they, most people admit, and even I can say this as a Liverpool fan, towards the end of the season, especially in the last couple of games in the Premier League, not so much Champions League or anything, we did look very, very, very drained. We didn't play like we usually did. We looked like we had no energy left in us. And that's the battle that Man City do give you. So I do feel like we do need some signings. Obviously not Coutinho, well, not just Coutinho if we do sign him. We do need some players to just push the whole team. So everyone's battling for a place on the team sheet, and then hopefully we can get some more success if that does happen.
That's a fair one. Something that also came to mind was I was just thinking of something while you were talking. I remember Jurgen Klopp having an interview saying that this transfer window is not going to be a big transfer window for them. There goes the klaxon. I'll continue what I was saying. He said that he doesn't think it'll be a big transfer window for Liverpool. I mean, do you really need to sign anyone considering the squad you have at the minute has just won you the Champions League for the first time since 2005? But, I mean, people like to bring in transfers and stuff just to freshen the squad up.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, fair enough. Liverpool versus Norwich, first game. Sorry, Scott, I can probably only see one winner. Yeah, especially with it being at Anfield, I think there's only going to be one winner. I mean, Liverpool have a pretty... Actually, it might not be actually that easy for Liverpool considering Norwich are a newly promoted side. And I know you've done bad against newly promoted sides before. So, Liverpool v Norwich. For us, it's bloody Luton. And for United, it's bloody Chelsea. Bayern, it is Hertha Berlin. And for Mask United, it's City of Liverpool. That's the home game. So that's the first games of the season. That is going to be it for the transfers. Before we do get the final thoughts and stuff, let's see who is going to be on next week. Next week's episode number 9 is the 18th of July, unless I have to reschedule it. So if you are in a live chat and your name is on here, Watford Drower, United 2, All One Podcast, or aka the Football Hub, and Dan from Football Fan Fever. Hopefully it'll be available on the 19th, on the 18th, because I doubt I'll be able to do the 19th. So, 5th be the 18th of July, which is next Thursday. It's not at the end of the stream yet. So, here we go. Who's on episode number 9? It is the... Who is this? I can actually see it. It is... I can't even see that. I'm moving the camera the wrong way. Doesn't come up. Ha! It's Jack from the Football Hub. So there we go. Jack will be on next week. If it's available. I'm just going to DM him. Can you do next Thursday night at 7 p.m? So I just messaged him there. So that should be fine. Jack will be next week's guest, unless of course we have to change it. But that's it for the stream. I said we're going to finish at 25 past, and it is 25 past. I'm going to leave you with obviously the intro music. I'm going to leave you with, of course, the a bit of pre-stream music. Well, what it was the pre-stream music, but the music to end the stream practically. Miles, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Is any final thoughts you want to say?
Just subscribe to this guy because he's legend and he does great content, so subscribe to him.
Cheers, mate. Right, that's going to be it for now. From all of us here on Dazzer Transfer, so let me get onto the actual thing. Let me take the speaker out of there. To get in here. From all of us here on Dazzer's Transfer Show, have a fantastic evening. We'll see you next Thursday night. There won't be a birthday stream on Tuesday because I'm going to be out on Tuesday all day celebrating my birthday. From all of us here on Dazzer's Transfer Show, have a great night. Good night. No.